welcome to the pilot episode of El Gringo Latino GGG. Guitars, guns, and gab. This is where heavy metal grit, Latin soul, and lots of lead come together. I'm your host, El Gringo Latino GGG. Para mis amigos, mis amigas, y mi familia latina, bienvenido al El Gringo Latino GGG. Aquí celebramos las guitarras, las armas y la voz. Soy tu anfitrión, El Gringo Latino GGG. You know, this channel isn't about selling gear or pushing products that promises to make you the next best heavy metal guitarist or a combat-ready sniper within 30 days, or trying to sell you a microphone that's going to make you the voiceover artist of Hollywood. In fact, this is a forum that I wanted to create that people can come together, share experiences, share ideas, and tell your stories. Rather you being a rookie or a pro, or if you're just an enthusiast, this is your place to come learn, laugh, and connect with people with similar interests. One thing I do want to point out, this place is not meant for hatred or divisiveness. All right, I want everyone to come here, have fun, ask questions, learn new things, and literally just connect with people with similar interests. In fact, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences. What got you into music? What kind of gear do you have? You know, maybe you shredding. You know, a couple of videos of rocking out would be great. Maybe you at the gun range. What kind of firearms you like to utilize? And for those of you that are looking into getting into the voiceover industry or already in the voiceover industry, I'm going to be here to provide you with my input and what made me successful in that industry for over 22 years. This is going to be a place where you can gather information and utilize it to make yourself more successful, or if you just want to do it as for fun, we're going to have a lot of fun topics to talk about moving forward. Y para mis amigos y mis amigas latinas, no se preocupen, yo voy a tener videos en español, subtítulos, y también yo nací en Miami, pues yo soy un experto en Spanglish. Justamente, el Spanglish que me gusta mejor es de Antonio Montana from Scarface. Everybody has to have seen the movie Scarface, one of my favorite movies. I'll be doing a lot of Spanglish, guys. Okay, so let's get ready. Let's go and have some fun, you cockroaches, and let's get this rolling, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, and my mother, being from Lima, Peru, she made sure to instill Spanish upon me since I was a little kid. My father, being from Rhode Island and Jewish, he wanted to throw Hebrew in the mix as well, but back then, two languages was more than sufficient for a kid. But anyhow, what got me started in guitar, I was in Miraflores, Peru with my mother. We were just finishing dinner and we decided to go take a walk, go around the parks, you know, see what was going on. And we came across a street performer, and he was playing acoustic guitar. And I noticed there was quite the crowd that was lingering around him, so we walked up and started watching this guy play. And let me tell you something, guys. I'd never been blown away like I was. I mean, I was an impressionable kid back then. I think I was around 8 or 10 years old when I saw this guy playing. More importantly, when I looked around, I noticed the crowd was equally enthralled by this guy's playing. It was absolutely beautiful. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen up close and personal like that. I know we've all been to concerts and we've seen people play and whatnot, but being that close to something that was so exceptional was really incredible for me. But what I noticed was las peruanas. All these beautiful peruanas, coño, they were just absolutely beautiful watching this guy play. And they had the goo-goo eyes. They were just watching this guy going, I love him so much. And I'm like, dude, you gotta learn to play guitar. So ironically enough, the day before we were leaving, my mother surprised me with my very first acoustic guitar. And to this day, I will not be able to thank her enough, because that guitar in that moment, well, let me tell you something. That lit the fire for me. Alright, so guns. What got me into guns? Honestly, guys, I had been fascinated with firearms since I was a kid. In fact, what got me started was a very similar story to the one with guitars that, essentially had my mother involved. This one had my father. My father was a real estate developer, and when I was a kid, he had orange groves all over LaBelle, Florida, and Fort Myers, Florida. And on the weekends, he would take me over there to kind of look at his properties and whatnot, and he'd bring all his guns with him. And we would spend the entire weekend just shooting off round after round after round. Now, this is back in the day when you can go out into the boonies and fire off your weapons and essentially not get pinched or harassed by the cops. So anyhow, I got to thank my father for getting me involved with firearms. To this day, every time I shoot a round off, I think of my dad. Unfortunately, I lost him in 1999 to cancer. But like I said, every time I hit the range, which is probably once or twice at a minimum a week, every round that I expel out of a barrel, I always think of my father. In fact, I think of him so much, I can hear him right now saying, "Boychik, please, Boychik, stop using the firearm. Start wasting money. Go and work. Put the guns down. Money doesn't grow on trees." It doesn't do him justice, but anyhow, I think you all get the gist. So I need to thank my father for the firearm. Well, let's just call it an enthusiasm that I have for him. I love shooting them. In fact, this may sound a little weird, but when I get back, I love taking them apart. I love, cleaning them off, putting oil on them, doing what I need to do to make sure that they're in tip-top shape. God forbid if I ever need them in a real-world situation. So that's my story on the guns. And again, it's something I have to thank my father for. All right, so we talked about the guitars. We talked about the guns. Now, let's talk about Gab, which is essentially my voiceover career. In 1990, I entered the entertainment industry. I became the host of a Latin music television show. Lasted for 14 years on local television, and by 2004, I found my voice in voiceover, and I've been working with major enterprise clients ever since. However, currently, I'm working with major tech companies, and I'm working on their emotionally driven dataset projects, which is extremely exciting right now, and I will be having tons of videos when it comes to those types of projects within the voiceover industry. So stay tuned. Okay, enough about me. Now, what to expect from the channel. I'll be doing guitar reviews of the instruments that I own, why they work for me, and how they fit in my lineup. I'll also be sharing some technique and some tips to hopefully bring out that inner shredder in you. Now, for the firearms, I'll be taking you out to the range, breaking down some technique, and letting you know of some things that I've learned over the years with the firearms that I own. And for voiceover, I'll be mentoring, I'm sharing industry insight, and providing tips for those that are all interested in that craft. So beyond all that, this channel is actually a forum, a place to interact, exchange ideas, and have productive dialogue. No hate, no divisiveness, no bullying. Just respect and community. In fact, in my humble opinion, some pretty cool topics to talk about. So, I really truly want this channel to become interactive, proactive, and basically useful for those that remain loyal to the channel. You know, it's not all about me. It's about you and what you actually gain from it. The information that's going to help you be successful in either voiceover or improve your guitar playing or maybe help you choose the next firearm. It really is all about you. And I'm going to be here every step of the way to help you in every way possible. So on the next episode, we'll dive into one of my V-shaped guitars, one of my Jackson King Vs. I'm going to share why I bought it, the modifications I've done to it, give a couple of demos, play it a little bit for you, and how it stacks up to other guitars in its price range. So let's kick this off together. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me on all the different platforms, and let's make sure that this channel does everything it's supposed to for all of those, again, that become loyal to the channel. El Gringo Latino GGG. Guitars, guns, and gab. Where heavy metal grit, Latin soul, and lots of lead come together. Hey, thanks for watching. Nos vemos pronto.